You've had motivation before, plenty of it. Moments of high energy, bursts of intent, promises you fully meant at the time. And yet, the pattern repeats. Why? Motivation is emotional. Standards are structural. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Standards decide before the day begins. That's the difference most men never learn. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. And after 50, this matters more than ever, because you no longer have the luxury of false starts. You might tell yourself, I just need to get fired up again. No, you don't. Motivation is unreliable by design. It fluctuates with sleep, mood, stress, and circumstance. Standards don't care how you feel. They don't negotiate, they don't argue, they don't wait for the perfect moment, they simply operate. High-functioning men are not more driven, they are simply more decided. They've already resolved what gets done daily, what gets eliminated entirely, what is no longer open for debate. That's why they look disciplined from the outside. Not because they're forcing themselves, but because they've removed choice. And this is where many men misunderstand standards. They think standards mean punishment, rigidity, deprivation, wrong. Standards are about self-respect. They say, this is how I operate, regardless of mood, weather, or excuses. And here's the uncomfortable part. If your standards are low, your self-talk becomes generous. You explain things away. You tolerate drift and excuse inconsistency. Not because you're weak, but because you've trained yourself to accept less. Here's a simple test. Look at one area of your life where progress has stalled. Ask yourself honestly, is this a motivation issue or a standards issue? If you keep restarting, it's standards. If you keep renegotiating, it's standards. If you keep waiting to feel ready, it's standards. Motivation didn't fail you. You just never gave it a structure to live by. Here's the correction. Choose fewer rules, but enforce them fully. Decide what happens daily, no matter what. Decide what no longer happens at all. And stop treating consistency like a personality trait instead of a decision. Because after 50, discipline isn't about proving anything. It's about operating in a way you can respect. That's what standards give you. And once they're in place, motivation becomes irrelevant. That's the edge. The primed edge. Watch this video next.